A divorce can take up to 2 years for completion depending on the issues involved and the reasonableness of the parties and the attorneys representing the parties and the particular county and jurisdiction you're in. Most divorces resolve between 60 and 120 days. But if custody is an issue, if significant assets are an issue, if there's deleterious conduct involved, parental alienation of one of the children, abuse, physical, and far more common, mental abuse, control issues where one party dominates the other, not just with the checkbook, but dominates the heart, the decision making, those sometimes take longer to resolve. The actual process starts off with filing of your petition and having a hearing to establish some preliminary rights. In the immediate conference that you have with your attorney, bring all your documents, all your emails. If you have a social network site, or if the opponent or the other spouse has a social network site, bring it. Make hard copies so deletion won't destroy evidence before it can be used. Talk to your lawyer honestly. Various privileges have some protections, but generally, in the case of some forms of severe abuse, your preacher can be made to testify. Your CPA can put you in jail for tax evasion. Your doctor, subject to strong privileges of HIPAA, if relevant to the inquiry, can be required to disclose social diseases. I can't be subpoenaed other than for criminal acts. You have a complete privilege with your lawyer. It's not the lawyer's privilege. The lawyer's the one that gets in trouble if he discloses anything without your consent that's confidential or that isn't normally disclosed in the process of litigation. Only you can waive that privilege. The importance of that is very clear. If all you talk about in your first conference is the pain in your shoulder, the lawyer will never diagnose the cancer in your knee. It is imperative that you discuss the bad and the good. I don't believe I've ever lost a case in 38 years on one bad item. But many cases I've won, and I've seen a number of cases lost that should have been lost based on a lie. The truth will prevail 99% of the time. But what your lawyer can't do is deal with a bad truth if he doesn't know about it until you're sitting on the stand. So with regard to indiscretions, maybe some drug use in early years, maybe some rehabs when you were young, maybe some inadvertent, some regrettable adultery or affairs with other folks. Your lawyer has to know that to defend you. So tell your lawyer everything. Make sure that there's a timeline of chronological facts and time and space to be able to deal with those issues. Don't keep any documents that you think would not be useful. A retained document can be a death sentence to a case, when it might not even be that significant if you just disclose the document in the first place. After a result and order is entered in your first hearing, a case will generally either settle at that point or the discovery process commences. It can be very rigorous or it can be simple, but questions have to be asked and have to be answered under oath. If that is not sufficient, the responses are inadequate, the responses are misleading, then your lawyer will take the deposition. In that deposition is under oath, it's sworn, and it is rare that someone who has lied all their life will knowingly lie in a deposition and take a risk on a number of years in prison for a felony in a divorce case. It is the opportunity to ferret out those items, facts, documents, numbers that are necessary to forward your case under oath, under penalty of perjury. Take great care on social websites. They are a tremendous source of discovery, and cases are won or lost on them. Frequently, people will do silly things on the internet they won't do in any other circumstances. You would not take a picture of yourself holding a beer in your right hand and having your 15-month-old in your left hand and go to church with it. But if it's cute and funny, people will put it on the websites. Take great care with what you put on your websites. Once a divorce is contemplated, once the divorce is commenced, delete nothing. There are great penalties that can be applied if you delete matters, even if you didn't delete anything that was damaging. It shows an intent to undermine the system, and it makes you to appear dishonest, like you're hiding something in it, even when you're not. But you can certainly take great care not to discuss your divorce on the website. I tell my clients to stop using them altogether. Don't answer inquiries, and don't post anything on the websites. And you all know what they are. The different social websites are multiple, and there are many, but they're all the same thing. They go out to 3 billion people. So you don't want your husband or your wife's lawyer to be one of the people that has access to that data.
NACAW Law Firm, may I help you?